Hello, YouTube viewers. Jaylbayt here with another episode of Stardrive 2 as we are playing the Draylock Council, our merchant spymaster race. We've encountered one race and they were dicks and took one of our frickin' planets that are right next to us, but they're starving. That's fantastic. If they don't have enough food, holy crap, we may have taken up their ability to transport food with our trade agreement. That's phenomenal. If they starve enough, they'll lose this population and they'll lose the planet, and then maybe we can take it from them. I doubt it, but we can hope. Anyways, um, we have our two planets here. They're doing good. We shuttled one of our population over to Drell 2 so that we can get their industry going a little bit, because we need their industry to happen, and we need someone there to farm because they produce tons of food. So that's happening. And then we've got our scout ship going around and checking stuff out. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with this stuff. Not a lot to do in these early stages, so I'm just going to hold down space and let the turns go. Our scout ship has arrived. And let's see. This one's not bad. Small, normal G, but it's abundant. Arid, I don't know what arid does. And it's got artifacts. And remember, artifacts gives us +1 research for scientists throughout the empire. So this would also be a not bad planet. Production per worker is 3. Let's look at this a little bit more. I guess we can't. Gain +2 BC per turn per trade freighter visiting other empires. Oh, that's fantastic. That's if we control 4 artifacts. We need to control some artifacts, guys. That's going to give us the bonuses that we like. Were there any other artifacts anywhere? I know we have one here. Was there any up here? No, that was spice. Okay. So definitely, this is, I think, is a definite planet. This is something that we can, food per farmers 1, but we have so much food production, I think this is a type of planet where we could just put the entire population to production and really start churning out some good stuff. That's nice. Cool. I like to see that. We'll keep our little ship going. Now, one thing to talk about, since our ship is about to leave our area of influence, as it were, is fuel. So we have our ship here, and you can see here he has a fuel of 420. And as you can see here, it's going to be 94 AU to get here. That means if our ship was outside of the range of our influence, he would use 94 units of fuel to complete this trip. If he ever ran out of fuel inside the sphere, he doesn't use fuel. Nobody uses fuel inside our sphere that are our ships. It's just assumed that inside our sphere of influence, they have enough fuel to roam around and not ever run out. But when we leave the sphere, now we're into uncharted territories. We don't know when we'll be back, that sort of thing, so fuel matters. And if we ever run out of fuel while we're out here, our ship will go towards the nearest base that we have where it can fuel, and it goes super slow. So really be careful with your fuel reserves, guys. But 94 AU from here is nothing. It'll probably be like 50 from here. So we have plenty of fuel to check this out, and probably check this out too. So, and then come back, and then maybe go to this one and come back. We'll see. But since we're going to colonize here, that'll increase our sphere of influence so we can travel further. Good things, good times. All right, so since we found this other planet, what were we building? And no, here. All right, we've got automated rover bays going on both our planets. This one's going to take forever, even because we've only got one guy there, and production is pretty bad, as I recall. So this one we're probably going to have to buy eventually. This one, 12 turns, that's not too bad. Actually, we can speed that up. Although I think what we want to do is Yeah, we want to get our research back up to where it should be. Because look at that, half. Because we took a researcher away, and we want to keep our research fairly good so that we don't fall behind in the tech race. And it is a race. Trust me. Alright. There's our dude. He has reached the place. Large, radiated poor, normal G, ancient mines, ultra poor. Jeez. The mining equipment is perfectly serviceable. So this could be a decent planet for stuff. Oh, there's a thing here. We'll send him after that. But ultra poor, poor, abundant is okay, but it's only got one. We really need to find a fair, like a medium planet that's not irradiated or super crappy climate that has like a rich or ultra rich mineral source so that we can really have a good production planet. Otherwise, we're going to be fairly slow building stuff, and I never like that. Especially with a race that doesn't have a boost in production with their people. So, alright, so we're going to keep going. Uh-oh. A mysterious asteroid. -5 freighters. Gain special project. Study mysterious asteroid. -100 BC. We have 100 BC. And I really don't want to tie up 5 freighters for 10 turns. Because first we'd have to build them. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we'll just do this. Let's dispatch a science team. What is this nonsense? A pirate fleet. What is this? Can right click it to view its details. Oh, yeah. Junkified raider. Oh man. This thing is going to kick our little scout's butt. So, let's retreat. And hopefully we're faster than it is. Otherwise we could be in trouble. Looks like we're a little bit faster. Yeah, there he goes. He's running away. So it looks like they came from right around here. The pirates. 84. I kind of want to go into this thing and see what this is. So let's do it. And hopefully the pirates don't come back after us. Oh boy, here we go. GNN. Hello folks and welcome back to the GNN. Today marks the beginning of a new segment that we're calling Racial Profiling. Oh goody. Where we'll be doing incredibly superficial looks at just who these newcomers to our galaxy are. To start us off, we'll be taking our first look at the Opteris hive. Oh, that's good because that's who's we're next to. This sentient cybernetic organism is sure to be a strong contender in this cycle, having evolved well beyond any sort of emotion or morality that might keep its expansionism in check. Oh boy. Goody. Jolly good. We've reached out to the hive to ask what its goals are in this cycle. Inquiry received. Output. Opteris Protocol 000000. Survive. Opteris Protocol 000001. Explore. Expand. Exploit. End transmission. With that kind of charisma, we're sure that the Opteris will be a popular race among its competitors for the stars. That's all for today's show. Until next time, this has been GNN. Okay, so the Opteris are quite notably cybernetic. Okay, the Grimdark Traverse. We have discovered the Grimdark Traverse. This area of space seems to suck in the light from around it. No stars can be found in this traverse. Interestingly, ships experience less subspace friction while traveling through the traverse, giving them a speed bonus. A new special project is available in the research screen if you wish to study this effect. Oh ho ho ho! Special projects! Oh yeah! We can do 5 minus 50 BC for plus 5 approval rating for 20 turns. Um, I don't think we have approval problems at the moment. And that would be half of our money. We already sunk 100 into that science asteroid thingamajama. So let's go ahead and I don't think we need that. So we'll get rid of that. All right, you have to come back because you're going to be running out of fuel soon. So we'll come. I think you have to dock, which stinks, but oh well. We'll do it. All right, so research lab here. We're doing the research lab here. Special project allocation. Oh, so we've got these two things that we have to allocate research points to. Ooh. And they're really expensive. Okay, so what I think we'll do is right now we'll put 1 point to each of them. And as we gain more, yeah, you can see this. Holy crap. 156 turns, 219 turns. Yeah, it's going to be forever. What if we just gave it everything? 25. Hmm. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll put 1 point in each of them and just slowly kind of tick them up until we get some more beakers. And if we get some more beakers, then we can we can put some more in towards this. But that's a cool little deal. So let's go ahead and do that. Is everybody building things? I think so. How long for this? 1 turn. Perfect. All right, now we're cooking. Now we've got some stuff happening. So that boosted things up by a bit. Although we're getting some pollution now, and that makes me unhappy. That makes me unhappy. What are we building? We've got a Draylock screener here, okay, and then we've got spy. Okay, I'm okay with that. In fact, let's build 2 spies. So we'll build another defense ship here just in case we need it, and +1 level to ships built here. Oh, that could be interesting. But I wouldn't really go for this until we get into war or we don't have anything else to build. But we should always have other things to build. So maybe later. We'll see. All right, so we've got this going. We've got the 100 billion turns for this one. Oh, that's not bad. See, we're actually to the point where we can almost buy this. And this is, I think this would be a good buy because it's basically going to add 6 production to this thing, which would put it up to 8. We'll probably get a little bit of pollution. So it'll be producing almost as good as our other planet. So I think that's a good buy. It's only been 28 turns. So we still have quite a few turns left in our trade agreement. So yeah, I think that would be a very good purchase. There we go. And we can get our research up with these research factories. Yay! Okay, so do we need our money for anything else? I don't think so. So we're going to go ahead and buy this right off the bat. Yes. And then we will set you, what is this? No, infantry base. No. Let's get research lab going. Okay. And then get over here. We also want a research lab for you, but after you build us some spies. Because we want some spies, man. And it's cool. You can kind of see where these structures are on the planet. I wish you could kind of like, whoops. I wish you could kind of place them yourself, but it's not to be. Ah, well. All right. We got to choose some research. You can see we're starting to build up some some stuff towards our goal here in this thing. Once those 2 research labs go up, I think we can be safe with putting these up maybe to 5 each. So a research lab towards each of them and get that done. I'm not sure what they're going to bring us. This one sounds like it's going to allow us to either travel faster in space, or it's going to give us a longer range, like increase our fuel reserves because we don't use as much fuels as we travel. So I think that will be a cool one. This one I have no idea what that's going to be. It's total mystery. All right, so we've done our research. We've done our this. Next, we want to maybe. There's 2 things we can do. This will give us plus 33% to BC income here. Okay, that sounds up our alley. Slave pits, no. And this is approval. So I think for us, Imperial Bank is going to be the way to go there. With these, I really think that, see, this one is cost -2. I think soil enrichment is going to be the one. It costs us nothing, and since we're already going to have awesome farmers, I think this will be best for us, because we put that on that Gaia planet, and maybe that Terran planet if we take it, and it's just going to produce really well. Alright, so maybe we look at ship upgrades. We have plasteel armor, polymer armor. This adds to our ground troops. Fighter bays. I think that fighter bays are going to be really good. I think if we have carriers that send out fighters, and then maybe our carriers have like missile racks on them, the carriers will stay back and launch some missiles while the fighters go and either attack the enemy or protect the missile boats from missiles and other small things. I think will be good. So I think fighter bay there. So Imperial Bank here, soil enrichment, fighter bay, and then these I have no idea. But these are the cheaper things. This will actually add weapons to our fighters, which should be good. Oh, plus 10 research to colony, but it's expensive. It's really expensive. -4 for each one that we build. I like the idea of having just tons of research coming from these things, but at that price, it's going to have to be it's going to have to wait until we're making loads of cash. So I think this is something that we'll have to trade for or steal. Solar armor is a ship module. Cheap and efficient, can be quite effective at power generation mass. Of course, considering their dual role as both a source of power as well as a protective armor plate, it'd be unwise for a combat ship to rely solely on these panels due to the likelihood they will be destroyed in combat. Okay, so these provide both a little bit of armor and power generation, but you have to be careful because if they get destroyed, your power generation is going to go, it's going to die. So I think here we go ion beams. So here's my thinking. I think what we'll do is we'll go ion beams here to immediately give our fighters kind of an upgrade to their weaponry. Extremely power intensive process, however, despite the large amount of power required, the beam remains every week. They're extremely easy to aim and will rarely miss the mark even when operated by unskilled crews. I gotcha. But their power management doesn't matter on our fighters because they're just fighters. Automatically be equipped with the best available weapons. So yeah, I think if we go fighter bays and ion beams, we'll have a good sort of like military option if the stupid mech bugs come to kill us. And um, I think that'll be good. Since this is a lower research, we probably would start with this. And then something here. I know we're going to do soil enrichment, but we really don't need the extra food yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. Plasma fuel cells helps us fuel capacity by 33%. That's really good. Defensive flares will help us avoid missiles. Plasma cannons. Super hot plasma upon contact with a hull. The magnetic casing dissipates in the plasma and inflicts 100 damage per second over 5 seconds. So it's like 500 damage. Problem is, I don't know if that's a lot. And ion beams will have for our ships as well as our fighters. So getting 2 weapons seems a little silly. So I think we go with the fuel cells here. And since we're exploring at the moment, I'm kind of nervous about those silly mechoids. I think I'm going to start. So what I think we'll do is we'll go ion beams here. We'll get a fighter bay next, and then we'll grab the plasma fuel cells and then go from there. So yeah, that seems like a good plan. It may be completely bollocks, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so you're building that. What are you building? Research base. Oh no, you're building that and then building a research base once we do our turn. Okay. Yeah. And so now we've got Research Lab 32. So now we actually have some production here. 7 production, yeah. That makes me happy. 7 production is 2 less than our main planet, who has like 2 guys on it or 3 guys on it. So that's going to work out really nice. It'll allow this guy to actually do something, actually build crap. Yeah, we'll have them build this research lab. They could be building this other stuff, but it costs money for all that, and I'd rather have some research going and then maybe do some other stuff. Yeah, so let's get our fighter's back here. Has he refueled? No, he's got to come all the way back. Okay. Come on back, buddy. Oh gosh, here it goes. So they want us to pay a tribute. Let's discuss. They want us to pay a 5% tribute. I don't like that at all. However, and we're building, we kind of have to hold them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept this for now. Do they have technologies yet? No. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to accept this for now until we get our fighter bays built up. And then we can, and raiders. So we definitely need to build up some of our forces. So this is kind of where we're at. We'll do a turn, get our guy fueled, and go out and look for some more stuff. But I think that's going to be an episode here. So I'll call that. And so next time we'll start gearing up for war because these guys are pissing me off. They took my planet. They're making me pay tribute. So no bueno. Anyways, we'll see you next time. I've been Jaylbayt. Live free, game hard.